since the other woofer did the same thing, but applying the surround on the back is probably not what these surrounds were meant to do, but I find that's better. But the thing is, that provides some challenges to getting the stupid foam to attach to the paper here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this edge, because when that's down, it gives more like a push, and it presses the foam onto the back of the cone without having to sit here for literally hours pressing on the back of the cone like I did on the other one. And just something we learn new every day. And I've done thousands of these woofers, and you know, I still learn new stuff. Glue, it's this yellow gorilla snot kind of stuff, and it's very nasty stuff. Oh, don't sniff it. Thing is, it can tend to be kind of stringy, so you don't want to hit it with the surround and pull it, because it'll make strings and it'll be really nasty. But what we want to do now is push the surround up. You want to do this in a timely manner too. You don't want to wait too long. Nice medium-sized bead of glue, continuous. It's pretty straightforward here. You don't want to apply too much because it'll take too long to dry, and you'll continuously have to be pressing down on the surround, and you'll never get a perfect seating is what I call it.
First button on your preset. Classic Hits 100.9 The Mix.
You don't want to be stupid with this glue either. Go ahead and set it down in the seat where it's supposed to go. Let it contact the surround. A little bit more seeping out here, but that's okay. You don't want to get this on your fingers, it's hard to get off too. Especially for someone like me who forgets to buy soap. So when you wash your hands, it's hard to remove, but got that taken care of. I don't know why, but I just find working on speakers to be lots of fun. Mainly because the reward is listening to the finished speaker. And if you mess up, you learn. And believe me, I've messed up lots of occasions, especially when I first started doing speakers. I've also had, you know, some really bad screw-ups on some really good speakers, but live and learn. Surround also likes to warp, as you can see right here, and it tends to be stupid like that, but it's what it does. Centered really well now, not even, you know, finished. It's pressing it down the back of the cone except for here, which, you know, this yellow glue will dry quicker than the white one will, so we'll still have time to press that down the cone once this yellow outer jacket glue here, or not jacket, outer rim glue dries. I'm gonna wipe it off if it tends to come up on the frame like that. You don't want it to move up on the edge of the embankment here. You want to sit straight down as best as it can. The surround has suddenly decided it wants to listen, so go ahead and push it. It's not agreeing with me right now, but it will.
City's home for classic hits. 100.9 The Mix.
But this is the only part I don't like about refoaming speakers is surrounds tend to go back to their natural shape of whatever they were before they were molded into foam. U-shaped or W or M-shaped surrounds. As you can tell, it tends to get a little messy with this yellow glue, but a little cleanup doesn't hurt. It's possible to clean it up. But once you get it seated, it will sit. Go around several times, 10 or 20 times doing this, just to make sure it has seated and will not move to another region of the basket or frame. Just like this. Now it's time to press really hard, evenly across the whole diameter of the woofer edge. The best thing about repairing other people's speakers is you get time to listen to the speakers to test them out and break them in. That's my favorite part right there. And it being Advents this time just makes the whole entire situation even better. But this is what you want to do. And to make it look a little bit neater, I will put an extra bead of this glue here on the edge to make it look a little bit more uniform. There's one edge right here that's not, oops, you're not seeing that. One edge right here that is not agreeing with the cone, so now it's time to flip the very disagreeable woofer and press the surrounds into the cone just like this. Just like this. As you can see, it has adhered to the cone, but sometimes it can lift back up by itself, come off the cone like this. You want to continue to press it down into the cone like that. And you have now refoamed your woofer. The next video will be doing the finishing adjustments, like moving the cone back and forth a little bit, finding the sweet spot. This has already found its sweet spot. The way I check is if a woofer is slightly off axis, so to speak, yet it's still in its sweet spot, press on different areas and find where the scratch is coming from the most. Let's say if scratching is coming from when you press over here, move the cone this direction a little bit and adjust it as best you can. Or you can go the easy route and replace the dust cap and shim it. So what you want to do is just continue to press this in. But you can see that this yellow glue, although it's a little bit more difficult to work with, it is much, much quicker and holds the surround really well. And I've done about 6 or 7 speakers with this glue, and I have half a bottle. They give you plenty of glue. And these little paint brushes that they include are very good for a number of things. But usually if you do any kind of work with them with the glue, they're usually useless unless you put them in paint thinner for a little while. Or no drip strip. That usually tends to clean them up and then wash them off, just like a paintbrush would be treated after it's being reused or something. But this is what you want to do here. go through here like this one more time, just to make it sit doubly sure. Oops. But now is the time you want to press the foam into the edge. Put your hand on the front of the woofer like this. Don't press on the surround, press on the cone. And press it in like that for a little bit longer time. And if you can continue to do that, this woofer will be good to go and is ready to be put back into the enclosure. But just to be safe, also put a bead of glue right here where the foam meets the paper, and on the edge right here to tidy it up a little bit. Thanks for watching. Gorilla snot kind of stuff. And it's very nasty stuff. Oh! Don't sniff it. Thing is, it can tend to be kind of stringy, so you don't want to hit it with the surround and pull it because it'll make string. Since the other woofer did this same thing, but applying the surround on the back is probably not what these surrounds were meant to do, but I find that's better. But the thing is, that provides some challenges to getting the stupid foam to attach to the having to sit here for literally hours pressing on the back of the cone like I did on the other one. And just something we learn new every day. And I've done thousands of these woofers, and you know, I still learn new stuff. Glue, it's this yellow, the paper here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this edge, because when that's down, it gives more like a push, and it presses the foam onto the back of the cone without rings, and it'll be really nasty. But what we want to do now is push this around up. You want to do this in a timely manner too. You don't want to wait too long. Nice medium-sized bead of glue.